Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy G Marcus TV, back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. In this one, I am doing a review on 50 Cent's book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. As you guys know, I am a huge 50 Cent fan. I'm a huge G-Unit fan, period. I love 50 Cent. That's my idol. That's my favorite rapper. I read this book when it came out. I finished it in 1 week. This book, I actually did the audio version because this is when the pandemic hit. I was so off because he had a book signing that was in New York and I was gonna go to it. Like, I was ready to go to get a signed copy and see him again for like the 100th time, but the pandemic happened and the event was canceled. So what I ended up doing was I ended up getting the audio version of the book, and the audio version of the book is in his voice. This one is my favorite 50 Cent book, period. Of course, this is a business book. He gives a lot of business advice. He gives a lot of stuff that happened in his life. He puts it inside the book, of course. Like, I would say it was 60% business, 40% his life. It matched well with the business. So something that was very, very interesting to start out in this book to me was a guy that came from France, came to America, came to New York, and went to the G-Unit office, trying to be down with G-Unit. So he started off as an intern, worked for free, he worked his way up to the top. Now, this guy is in charge of thisis50.com, and he's in charge of all the photography that they do for G-Unit. That was very, very inspiring. Like, he really followed his dream. Another thing that stood out to me in this book, he says, paranoia will sharpen your senses. It will make you aware of a lot. Being aware of possibilities can make it easier for you to avoid it. You gotta be prepared for war. You gotta be prepared for anything, whether it's business, whether it's in life. You gotta be aware of possibilities, especially when it comes to violence. You gotta really know what you're dealing with. He was a boxer growing up as a kid, so he said that once you know that you're about to get hit, you become a better fighter. So, of course, he talks about health. 50 was always a person that said he doesn't get high and he doesn't drink. Then all of a sudden, like years later, like, you just see this guy popping up with a whole bunch of alcoholic drinks. Something he said that was interesting was he fakes drinking in the club. He goes out a lot to promote his liquor inside the clubs. So he'll have the bottles, give them drinks, pour it in the cup, and then he'll have a drink to the side. And what he will do is, one of his boys will secretly take the bottle and pour a whole bunch of ginger ale in it and then give him the ginger ale in a cup. And I was like, that is so freaking smart. It's very shiesty, but I respect it. People seeing that you're not drinking your own shit, it's like, why would they even want it? It's like they're buying it based on you. And he even says that you get a better advantage of life when you're sober and everybody else is drunk, which I found to be very interesting. It's like, you know, that person that they take everybody home, everybody while they're up and they need Uber, they need transportation to get home, you're the person that's not drunk. It's just like, he even says that when the company's having a company party and whatever business that you're in, you guys are out for drinks or you guys have drinks in the company building, he said it's best to stay sober. Like, you don't want to be up in front of your manager, even though your manager might be up, like your supervisor, your boss. You don't want to be that person that's up drunk. And plus, he said that while they're drunk up and you're sober, you're getting more information out of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever information you need, you're getting out of them. Because, of course, they're laid back, they're chilling, they're not on some uptight type of shit. You get a lot of information out of them, especially people in general. When they're drunk, you'll be surprised the information that people will give you when they're drunk. In this book, of course, he takes so many freaking shots at people. He talks about Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo. That's his artist that was in the group G-Unit. Like, he talks about how Lloyd Banks, of course, was lazy as hell. Like, he wasn't on top of his. Of course, he goes in on Tony Yayo and he says that Yayo, when he started making some money, he wanted to just use that money, buy crack, so he could double it. And he's just like, dude, we not on the block no more. You can't be on that type of shit. Talked about Banging Smurf. For all my G-Unit fans out there, you guys know that was 50's confidant, and that was the guy that really banged out for 50. He talked about Diddy, of course. 50 is my man, but the obsession he has with Diddy is ridiculous. He mentioned Diddy a couple of times in the book. He even mentions Floyd Mayweather, which used to be his best friend. He talks about Floyd so many damn times. I'm like, damn, man, like, leave this man alone. And of course, you know, he took shots at Ja Rule, saying how Ja Rule was a fake gangster thug that wanted to be Tupac, and the shit didn't work out long term. And the thing that was funny as hell about it was he even hinted of Puffy and Jimmy Iovine, which is his old boss at Interscope Records. He even hinted of them having a sexual relationship. As he was talking about it, he stops himself and he goes like, next book. And something that was really cool that I'm happy he said inside the book, he was just like, you have to deal with people in different ways. Not everybody you got to go at the same way as far as tactics is concerned. Everybody requires different type of communication. Like, you could talk to someone soft, nice, and mushy, and you could get things done. And some people, you can't talk to them like that. Some people, they'll take that as a sign of weakness. It's like, oh, okay, and they'll just brush it off. Some people, you got to get on there. You got to really be on them like, no, motherfucker. It's just like, I need you to do this. I need you to do it now. Another thing he said in this book, he said that never rely on someone's word. You have to have in writing. You have to get contracts. Especially dealing with friends and family, you have to have in contract. You have to have a lawyer go over it. It's rare that this works out. One of the other things that stood out to me was DJ Whoo Kid, which is Junior's first DJ. Of course, 50, he had a lot of freaking beef. DJ Whoo Kid was a DJ that they hired. So he gave him bulletproof vests, and they had a whole bunch of situations where 50 was like, okay, well, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And DJ Whoo Kid would get scared, he would get shook up, like, I didn't really sign up for this. And 50 asked him one day, he was like, you a and he was just like, yeah, I am. When that happened, he was just like, wow, he owned up to it. It's just like, you really have to know who you are, what you can take, what you cannot take, what you can do, what you can't do. You cannot go around trying to impress people knowing that you're a small fry, knowing that you're not capable of certain things. Whatever the situation is, you got to know yourself. Something that he said that really stood out was, when you give someone too much, they want more. When you don't give them more, they begin to resent you. I hate mother like that. So basically, he says that Marquise was big into sneakers, love sneakers. Marquise wanted 15 or 16 pairs of sneakers. So 50 is just like, I can't just give that to you just like that. You're like, where's the gratitude me just giving you 15 pairs of sneakers? What 50 was gonna do was, 50 found a place where they was going out of business, selling all the sneakers for a discounted price. So what he was gonna do was, he was gonna buy all the shoes from the guy, and he was gonna give it to Marquise and make Marquise sell it online. This is before StockX, this is before Stadium Goods. He was gonna make him really open up his own shop where he could sell sneakers and get money for it. Basically make his own profit, like get his own money without 50 having to give him money. 50 went into detail about it. He was just like, how they was cool, they talked about it, and it was good to go. Next thing you know is, the mom got in Marquise's ear. The mom was just like, oh, let's start a boutique together, her and Marquise. So when 50 came to talk to him about it, he was just like, no, we're gonna do this instead. And 50's like, are you serious? It's just like, I'm giving you a good business plan where you can make money. You could be the first person to do this. You could have been on the Soldier Boy, but you want to listen to your mom? Of course, that didn't work out with sneakers. That never happened, and the boutique never happened. Marquise could have been the first person to do a StockX. He could have been that first person to start an empire online selling sneakers for discounted prices or whatever. So to end it off, another thing that I really loved that he said in the book was, he said, focus on the long-term check, not the first check. Because when you think about it, it's just like this company that starts you off with less than what you can end up with. Like, this companies that will start you off with $35,000 a year, $30,000 a year, and you can get to $50,000 a year, you can get to $45,000 a year. It all depends on the company. When he started to deal with Power, he was making $17,000 an episode, and then Power got hot, and after that he renegotiated his deal, and he got way more money than $17,000. It's a bullshit deal, but it's something to get his foot in the door. He knew that long term, this wasn't going to be it. This wasn't going to be a forever thing for him. Power got hot. That's when he renegotiated his deal. Went from $17,000 to show to where they gave him $150 million. Focus on the long-term check, not the first check. So that is my book review. As I said before, I really love this book. If you're into business, if you're into bettering yourself, self-growth, that type of shit, definitely get the book. Let me know down in the comments if you read the book. Will you get the book? Let me know what's up. What did I say from the book that is like, oh shit, I get it. I hear you on that one. Which part we was really feeling, but I f with this book heavy. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, as I am dropping videos every single week. I got a 420 playlist coming for you guys. I have a whole bunch of stuff coming for you guys this week, so you will definitely see a lot of your boy. So stay tuned. It's your boy G Marcus TV signing off.
Got it. That's a wrap.